Very first VoyagoSites office hours. I am Justin Hinkle, CEO of Suitcase Designs, and Suitcase Designs is the team behind VoyagoSites. So today we're going to just kind of do some demo work, show you through the tool, really get you kind of the lay of the land on how VoyagoSites works. I'll share my screen and we'll walk through some stuff. So to really give you a differentiate what is VoyagoSites in the first place. It's our new self-service platform designed for travel advisors who aren't quite ready for a full custom build, but they still want a professional, conversion-focused website built upon real strategy. So basically, Suitcase Designs, custom, done-for-you websites, our full design process. VoyagoSites, pre-built, professional frameworks that you can personalize and launch yourself with live support and a much smaller price tag. So, they complement each other really well, depending on where you're at in your business journey. So I hope that helps kind of give you a kind of quick overview of what that is. And I will kind of get you into things. So let me go ahead and share my screen with you. All right. So first off, I wanted to show you what you're getting into as far as if you're new here and you don't have a Voyago site yet and you're looking to register. So this is our website, VoyagoSites.com. And let's see here. So you can still see me. Hey, hi. There I am. Okay, so this is our website, VoyagoSites.com. Really gives you a layout of what we're about. Our mission is to make sure every travel advisor has a great website or has the opportunity to have a great website, whether we design it for you through Suitcase Designs or we get the design kind of kickstarted for you through VoyagoSites. So as you go through here, you might see that right now, Black Friday through the end of the month. So before December 1st is over, that's Cyber Monday, I believe. We're running this founder special, $25 per month billed yearly or $29 per month billed monthly. So you would choose Get My Voyago Site. I've got to log out because I'm already logged in. So yes, I want to log out. So you choose Get My Voyago Site. And that would take you to our registration page where you'd put your name, or your email, your username, your password, and what your site title is. So my site title we're going to work on today is Moonshot Travel. It will give you a temporary URL, moonshottravel.voyagosites.com. You can hook up your real domain to VoyagoSites later when you're ready to publish it there. So we won't do it today, but we will be working on this Voyago site, Moonshot Travel, to become the new home of Moonshot Travel. So it will get the actual moonshottravel.com domain once I'm finished with it. So you'd name your site. It'd give you a temporary URL for you to, and that URL works. If you didn't want a bio domain and you just wanted to have justinstravel.voyagosites.com, that will work. You'll be able to hand that out to anybody. It'll take you to your website. You pick a template. Right now we have 3 starter templates to choose from: luxury, adventure, and family. So you can view the templates, samples, and kind of walk through them. They're all laid out in a way that you're able to edit them. You're going to be able to put your own logos, colors, text, and we've got prompts and a help library to help you with all of this, and the live office hours with me every week. And you can look through the different templates and see which one kind of goes right and what's the right feel for your brand as a starting point. So I ended up choosing Family Adventures for Moonshot Travel. So we're going to get back over to there. I'm going to have to log in again. So let's refresh. And log in. So this is your dashboard for VoyagoSites. Once you're here, you've got a lay of the land of your account. So your account summary right here. You're going to be able to go in there and see more information about your account. This blue box gets you the help library and also submit a support ticket. So we've got live support. We've got a box that tells you about if anybody submitted on your forms, the site limits and quotas. Right now, everything is unlimited. We don't limit your page numbers. If you wanted to add extra pages, it's up to you. Go for it. The analytics on your site is going to be able to tell you how your visitors are coming. So you can actually see the analytics more in a full dashboard here. I'll show you in a second. And then add a domain. So when you're done and ready, you're going to come in here to add a domain, and it tells you exactly what you need to do for your DNS settings to get that domain set up for your Voyago site. So, and also up at the top, this large orange button, just in case you missed the blue box, VoyagoSites help library is accessible there, and you can submit a ticket to through our support portal. So if you're submitting a ticket, you can search the help library, you can see the status of your tickets, create a ticket, let us know what's going on. That comes right to us. If you want to take a look at the help library, we're really looking at helping you every step of the way for setting this website up. So it's based on WordPress. It's in Elementor Pro as the builder, and we're going to see that editor here soon. But if you're not familiar with it, this is going to walk you through everything you need to do to get familiar with it as you're setting it up. And again, we're going to do these office hours. And if you have any technical difficulties, those support tickets will help too. And the office hours, you can request, what we want to walk through each time, because you might have, hey, I really want to work on changing these colors and I don't know what to do there. Let me know. We'll make that one of the topics in the next office hours. So that help library is there to help you every step of the way. So like how to access your site for the first time, it's telling you, open your welcome email. So by this time, you've probably already opened your welcome email. You're going to get a welcome email. It's going to give you your WordPress login link. It's going to be your Voyago site link with WP admin. It'll also tell you about your membership plan, your renewal rate, log into your dashboard. You're going to be able to explore your site. You can't break anything by just looking around. So to explore your site, up here it says Moonshot Travel. Just click Visit Site. And there's that template that I picked out. So it's ready for editing. We are going to get into that too here in a moment. So to go back to the dashboard, I just hover over Moonshot Travel again, choose the dashboard. There's my dashboard again. The left-hand menu, again, we explain all that through the help library. So you're going to be able to take all that in as time goes on, because you don't need to know it all at once. That's a big part of this, is that we are really guiding you through, especially with the help library, on what the small parts you need to do to get a great website up and running as soon as possible. So first off, I'll go in and show you how to start customizing. So over here are pages, and there's all the pages in my website. I've got additional pages in here. So we've got the home page, the about page, the blog page, and your services page, and a scheduler page. But we also have additional pages for you to fill in whatever terms and conditions, terms of use, privacy policies you might have. They're blank pages, but they are there so you didn't have to create them out of the blue. You're able to start fresh right there. For example, I use Travel Industry Solutions for my privacy policies. So if you go into these terms and conditions for Moonshot Travel, and I'm going to connect this because I haven't, there we go. Thanks. For Moonshot Travel, the terms and conditions, they're HTML codes, for example, for Travel Industry Solutions. You type that HTML code in here, your terms and conditions would pop up, and you just delete this section. If you had a lawyer draw them up, you'd put them in this text section. And you don't have to worry about the HTML section, just delete that section. That's simple and that's easy, and we'll get to that. I just wanted to let you know those are there for you as options to to have in your website and not have to go off and try and create them on your own and wondering what's going there. But first, we're going to start with the homepage. So with the homepage, you hover over the page you want to edit and choose Edit with Elementor. That's the first thing you do. And we're able to start editing the homepage right away. But what we really want to do is start locking in our colors and our fonts. So this is not what you have to stay with. You're not locked into this. You can hover over the E up in the left-hand corner and choose Site Settings in the dropdown. And that is going to give us our global colors, our global fonts, button shapes if we want to adjust the buttons at all. All kinds of stuff in here that you can work with. You don't even have to worry about all of it. A lot of it is preset for you. So you don't have to worry about how every one of them works, because we've already taken care of a lot of this setup for you behind the scenes. And if you want to become an advanced user of Elementor, you're allowed to here. You've got the full Elementor Pro privileges and widgets and settings. So if you become an advanced user, or if you already are an advanced user, this platform gives you that licensing. It's included in the plan. So first things first, I think I want to change my global colors because those aren't my colors. So I'm going to go over here in another window and grab my Canva because I've got the color codes I want saved. All right. So number one, my accent color is this yellow. Now already I see that's not going to look good with that button, so we're going to edit that here soon too. My primary color is this blue. And then we'll come here and pick a secondary. So secondary, I've got a little lighter blue here I'm going to use. Text color. Now a lot of people would use straight black, but you want to use something that's a little more charcoal. So 2B, 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 that's already what's set in there. That's good. This is a little extra charcoal from that. But the main setting on text you can leave and keep, and it'll work fine for you. I want an accent hover. Right now my hover is going to another blue. I might like to use, which one do I want to use here? I'm going to use kind of a gold color here. So my accent hover is going to hover into this gold. And then I need a couple of background neutrals. So my initial background neutral looks to be all white. I'm going to leave that because that's part of my color scheme in Moonshot Travel. And then another neutral for a little bit off-white, kind of a sand there. We're going to keep that. And then I save my changes. And you can look at the site, and the site has been recolored based on my color scheme that I want. Obviously, I want to fix my button. That's going to be a thing we do here too. So we jump over, I save the changes I've made. So I click the back button. I'm still in the site settings. Click buttons. And so on normal, my button is a white text. I'm going to change that to just a darker text to start. It didn't take it right away. Take the primary. Technical difficulties already. So let me save the changes. I'm going to preview the changes. See if that's taking. So this would be something I'd submit a ticket for, to me, because that should have actually changed to the darker blue for the hover color there. So we're going to go back to the editor. I'm going to let it worry about that later. I'll show you how to do that individually on the buttons, because that might be what I did here is I set the button to white, and we'll fix that. Global fonts. So let me take care here to fonts I've chosen. I usually go with Montserrat for a lot of my Moonshot Travel. So I choose that. Now, all of your Google fonts are in here. you can just change the font. A lot of these settings are already set where you won't need to change the pixels or the weight or anything like that. So secondary, and it's good to choose maybe just a couple of fonts. You don't need, um, you don't need 6 different fonts. These are going to just change them on different pieces of the text. Um, Actually, I like pop-ins for my text, block headings. I'm going to use pop-ins there too. Oh, I didn't do accent yet. So accent, let's see how pop-ins looks on that. Looks pretty good. And all the Google fonts are in here. So that's another thing. So you're able to choose from a wide variety of fonts. So if you know your fonts already, there's a good chance they're already in here. Um, if you chose your fonts in Canva Pro, some of those are native to Canva Pro. You have to have a separate license for those. So you won't, like if your logo has one font, maybe you want to use a complementary font throughout the website that goes well with it. Because like when we bring up the Moonshot Travel logo, you'll see that doesn't match this font, but it's a very unique font for itself and it stays good in the logo. So I save these font styles throughout here. We'll go back and site identity. I want to change these logos to my logos. So I'm going to go ahead and choose to upload a file. And so you can't see my file uploads, but it's a separate window. But I'm going through and grabbing my branding files for Moonshot Travel. So open that one. And while I'm in there, I'm just going to go ahead and get my my icon as well. Because you'll have that, use that for your site icon. So for my logo, I want Moonshot Travel. For my site favicon, I want that. I'm going to save those changes. And as we go back to the editor, already you've seen up here, it changed to the site icon to mine in the live. Just got to give it a moment since I'm screening. It's running a little slower. Okay, and we're going to refresh this page. The icon up here just changed, and it's reloading the editor for me. And I've got my logo up here. Again, I wanted to check on these buttons. So when you're clicking on separate elements, these are different widgets, basically, elements or widgets. You're going to see most of them outlined in pink or this gray box with a dotted line. So for example, I wanted to check out what's going on with my button. Clicking on pink, go to the style, and I can see that the style is set to background neutral 1. So it's hard coded in there. So if I take that off, there's the color I wanted. So I'm going to have to do that on my buttons, it looks like in here. And I will actually go and fix that in the template today too, because I want you to be able to change that button text to whatever color you want as well. And that's the kind of thing we're able to do is we are there to support you in this all the way. You know, it's do it yourself, but it's kind of do it together. You enter a support ticket and say, hey, something's not working here. Either I can show you how to fix that, or I'll fix it in the template itself, depending on, probably both, depending on what the issue is. So now my button's doing more like what I'd want it to do. It kind of stands out. It's bright yellow. People want to click that. So we're good there. And again, the site is, laid out and nice. The color scheme looks nice. And you don't have to do much as far as that goes. You don't have to. You have the ability to change all these things individually. You have the full power, but we try and set it up and give you a head start where you don't have to if you don't want to. You don't need to get overwhelmed. If I don't like the schedule your consultation text on the button over here in the edit button area on the left-hand side, switch to content, and I can choose what that says. Let's get started. We can change that to whatever we want. So that is kind of up to you and what your primary call to action is, where you're going. What is it? How do you want your clients to contact you? Number one, we're going to be working to funnel them towards that throughout the website. Each one of these buttons should in the end look the same and funnel them to the same place. Right now you can see under link, it says hashtag schedule or /schedule. That's taking it to the scheduling page of the website, which we'll get to later. I'll show you that too. I think we'll have time to show you that. In the scheduling page, what I want to clarify is if you're using an embeddable scheduler, you can embed Microsoft Bookings. You can put Calendly in there. If you're using the Turn scheduler, you'll actually put Turn scheduler link right here, and it'll open that up because you won't use the scheduling page for the Turn scheduler. Again, we'll help you along the way and let you know that is actually in the help library talking about that when you get to your scheduling page. So I'm going to preview these changes. When you want to preview changes, you hit the little eyeball up here next to publish. So we preview the changes and it opens up in another tab. And this is like the live site right now. So these menus buttons work. I go to the about page. You can see how the about colors are filled in. Okay. I go to the services page and I can go in here and fill in different services that I might be focused on depending on what my company is. We've got a full blog set up for you. So you're able to blog. Right now it's just got the hello world post. This is nothing, but you're able to go in here and do blog posts in the WordPress dashboard, and they will come up in the actual live site fully stylized like this. And then scheduler consultation button will take them to the scheduling page. Right now, it does have a form set up. This form is set up that if they put the name, phone number, email address, and message in, and then submit the form, that is set up to go directly to your email. Whoever the admin email is on the Voyago site, it is already set up to go straight to you. So it is not like, oh, change it from Justin to Teresa or somebody. It's set up to go straight to you. So there's no worries about that. And then back to the home page. Next, I will show you how to change out photographs. So photographs come in two places, really. Right here, where they have a pink line around them, where it says edit image, you can choose to change your photograph. And then also in the back of sections. So up at the top where it has this pink handle above the section where this image is, choose the 6 dots, edit container, go to the style, and you can change the photograph there. So I don't want the castle there anymore. I want to upload one of my images that I took at Disney World recently. So I'm going to go into my library real quick again and find an image that I think might fit there that will look good to me. And it could be anything. It's really whatever you're focusing on. This doesn't have to be a family site in the end. I just put family in the title because I felt like it was kind of fun. And, as a design, you can change this to be whatever you want it to be. So I want to grab a great photo. So now I'm just wasting time grabbing a photo, but I had a different castle photo I wanted to use, let's say. I'll open that. It's loading up. I'll select that. And so just change the image to this other castle photo. As you scroll down, these other images, like I said, click on one of those, choose an image, and I'll just choose a different one in my library right now. I'll choose Space Mountain over here. And it's easily done as that. Another option you have in here, choose an image and go to instant images and search. So family vacation. And this is going to search Unsplash, Openverse, Pixabay, Pexels. So you can go into each one of those individually and search. So you've got a lot of stock photos you can get into. So again, I said family vacation. And let's say, oh, this one, everybody's at the beach. I like that one. I'm going to select that. And now that's in that space. That could be a great hero section photo. Select it, change it. There we go. That's a really great photo that, for a family vacation site, it doesn't have to be Disney. I'm just a little obsessed myself. So let's not worry. Let's not focus on that. So as you're going through, it's that easily to get it really set up to what you want. But the question being, okay, that's great, but what do I write? Just as my heading goes there, what am I going to do with that? So we need the help library. So if you jump back to your dashboard, so you'll hit the E and click exit to WordPress, and it brings you to the editor here, and you click the icon again, and it brings you to here. The orange button at the top, VoyagoSites library, help library. You want to click that. And in here, writing your website. So let's explore more there. So first, an article about where to start. And then we have about page, blog content, homepage copy, services page. So we're really looking at all four of those main pages and helping you write content for every one of them. You can see on the about page, what to put on your about page, AI prompts for writing your about page. Same for homepage, services page, and then your blog content as well. But we have a first article start here, and it guides you through what recommended order you should be working through these pages on. Some pro tips, like don't write like a brochure, write like you're talking to your dream client. And so in this help page, I can go over the sidebar and I see the navigation. Okay, let's talk about homepage. So I've got another, and these articles are short, but they're punchy. They're helpful. They really help get you through what each section means. The homepage is the longest page. So this tells you an overview of what each section is for. And then we have AI prompts for every section of the homepage. So it's step-by-step. Copy and customize this first. I'm a travel advisor and owner of a travel business called Moonshot Travel. My ideal clients are families, with small children, and both parents work out of the home. Both parents work, so there's no stay-at-home mom in this scenario. There's nobody to plan this trip, so that's going to give you different problems that they're facing. My brand voice is describe the brand voice for your agency. Are you sassy? Are you funny? Are you very official and professional? Really work on what your brand voice is. And usually by this time, when we're getting to this point, we've kind of figured out how we want to present ourselves. What you specialize in, all that stuff. So first thing off is the hero section. So here's a prompt. So you'll first take this prompt, customize it, copy it into ChatGPT. Or the AI tool of your choice. Some people prefer Claude, Gemini. I use ChatGPT a lot as far as like our AI tool here. But you want to copy and customize this, put that in the ChatGPT first. It gives it instructions on what it's going to do next. And then you copy this prompt. And actually, the whole prompt is this section. The whole section is the prompt. And you copy that to ChatGPT, and then you just refine that until it sounds authentically like you. So I'm going to go find my ChatGPT real quickly. It's not going to show on screen, but my ChatGPT already knows about Moonshot Travel. So I'm going to put that prompt in, and we're just going to go with whatever it tells me at first. So going back to my homepage, edit with Elementor. And that heading, so I want to edit the heading. I click edit heading, and the text appears over here in the sidebar where the title is. So I'm just going to put in whatever ChatGPT tells me at this point. We're not going to refine it. Craft unforgettable adventures without the stress. So what that's doing there is it's communicating to your ideal client a benefit. of your service. And then this subheading is going to tell them kind of who you are and what you do. I help busy travelers plan seamless custom vacations at theme parks, all-inclusive resorts, and cruises so you can focus on the fun, not the logistics. And then the call to action, it wants me to change schedule a consultation. And you don't have to change this, but like this is just the example, to plan my trip. And I'd use that call to action on every button throughout the website. Except buttons like this. I forgot about this button. So this is the Learn More button. This goes to your services page. Don't change that one. That's going to open your services page like this. So they get down to Learn More and they say, okay, I've got all-inclusives, cruises, and theme parks. Learn more. It'll take them to the services page already set up so you can intro and go through each one of those individually. And I know I'm moving through this fast today because it's kind of the first thing, and we'll go more in depth on each section through other office hours. But this is kind of the intro office hours. So we're just giving you a great overview. But it's that easy to change the text there. In this section, you'd want to put 3 small benefits if you want to keep this section, but benefits really help sell the entire service right up front, really helps connect with them emotionally. And that's what we're trying to do here. This is all laid out in a persuasive page format. So my next prompt, I'm going to just go to the problem section, copy the prompt out, go put it in my chat GPT. And I'm just going to, again, I want you to refine these to make it really sound like you. But I'm just throwing out the first one they have there. So I click on the problem section. Again, there's this little, you have the edit because it's got this little pink pencil there, or pink box with a pencil in it. And you can see the text appear over here. So travel planning shouldn't feel like a second job. Again, you can change these however you want, but if you want to stay with this format, it's already set up for you. Gives them a short paragraph. I know how it feels. I get it. You get up overwhelmed, hidden fees, best deal options, whatever. You want to make sure that it's really connecting to your ideal client. That's the whole point of this is what are their problems? What are they thinking? So I'll just move on to the solution section. And these pictures here, I'd normally want to put maybe a picture of me there. So let's click on that, choose the image, and I'll have to upload a file of me. I don't have one in here. Or when you don't have to put a picture of me, you can put a picture of yourself, but you're introducing yourself here. You want that personal touch. You still have your about page to go more in depth, but this kind of introduces them to the service of you. So it kind of tells them what you do. Maybe you're a certified travel professional. You want to put that in here. However you're certified, or, if you're ASTA verified, or if you have CLIA, you don't have to put all that in here right now, but you might want to put one of the biggest ones there. I'm a certified travel professional, so I would include that there just to introduce it into the conversation early. Your services section. So grab that, put that prompt in my chat GPT and just toss it in. And it's this easy to start updating these right away. So like my first one, I click on the header or the title, what I've got right there, service 1, all-inclusive resorts. This one's a little easier because service 2, theme park vacations, service 3, cruises. And then I'd go edit these pictures to look, click on choose an image, go to instant images maybe. And what was that first one? All-inclusive resort. So that'll give me a bunch of images. Maybe this one of them will work for me. Let's see. There's some nice ones in there. So let's just say I take this beach image. So I've got a resort picture. I've got a theme park right there. And then I want a cruise picture. So I don't have a cruise picture on my own. I want to search, I don't know, Pixabay for one or Pexels. Choose whichever one you want at the top. And cruise. Let's see what we get. We got some cruise ships. Let's see, which one I like the best. I know it's kind of a rectangle photo. So we don't want to pick a photo that's going, vertical. You want one that's going horizontal more. I like Princess Cruises. I've been on quite a few of those. So I'll just select that one and select that. And it's in your services section just like that. It's that quickly to bring it in. And you'd want to rename the headline, the services section too. I forgot to copy one of those over. So you click on the headline where it says services section and just copy in your headline. Again, publish this. When you publish this, it goes to your live site. And then you can click the eyeball if you wanted to preview the changes before you published. And so already it's looking more and more like me. And again, everything in here is highly customizable. You can go further and deeper than this, but this is a great start with your website because you can get it up and running right away and then customize it more over time as you learn more and become more comfortable with it. So I still want to fix up here. That's still in white on that button. So if I scroll up to the top and highlight over the header, it has this blue turquoise header choice. I click on that and it's going to move from the home page to the header editor. So now I'm just in the header. It's all highlighted in pink. See edit page down here. I'm at the header. So I'm choosing my button again with a little pencil. Edit button appears over here. Change my call to action to plan my trip. And then on style, I wanted to change that color there, erase that white that was already on there. And now it's the blue plan my trip that I expected. I just press publish to keep that. And now that automatically updates my preview over here. So it looks like that. And then all these are hooked up again to the scheduling page. So you type something in here, what's going to happen basically when they fill out this form and schedule with you. But back to your editor, I think that kind of gives you the lay of the land on how to edit things eventually. Click back to edit page. So I'm back on the home page. Eventually, you're going to have to edit the footer too. That's where you're going to want to put like your seller travel numbers, phone numbers, emails, anything you want to include there. So you scroll to the bottom and choose footer. That was fun. So choose footer again. I must have clicked on the wrong thing. What am I under? Did I choose something? I need to refresh my page. Yeah, whenever you're stuck, refresh the page. I don't know why. Usually it just chooses the footer straight up. All right. There we go. Scroll to the bottom. I'm in the footer. So yeah, it was just a glitch. Sometimes a glitch happens, you refresh, it erases the cache and it helps it think clearer. Again, if it didn't work, you submit a support ticket, I'll help you out personally. So down here in the footer, that's where I want to change my business name. Just click on it and say, okay, Moonshot Travel. Business type in location. I'm a travel agency in Colorado Springs. This area here, you want to put a description of your agency, a nice concise description, and it's best if it matches what you put in your Google business profile because SEO will help line that up. Google's going to help kind of say, okay, these go together and this helps rank you a little better. Lots of stuff goes into SEO to help rank you. And we've got a whole article on that in the Help Center too, because we can get into that as well. So you put your email here, type that in, like Justin at moonshottravel.com. Phone number, that's if you want it. Let's say I don't want to put my phone number on here because I just don't want the calls. I want everybody to go through my scheduling form first. So right click on it, brings up this menu, just click delete. Right click on it, click delete. Now it's gone. You can move things around in here if you want to, like move this. See how that pink line appears? It tells you where it's going to go. But see, moving it around can be hard, but let's say I just did that and I don't want to do that. Up in the left-hand corner, there's a history button. Click that. It says, last thing I did was social icons move. Let's go back. So now it's back to where it was without me having to try and wrestle it back to where it was. And again, that history button, it's in the help library too. But again, I'm going to be doing these office hours every week to walk you through these kind of things. Your business 2025, all rights reserved. We want to change your business to Moonshot Travel. So we'll click on that. And it's this one, we're going to show you under title, it says current date and time. So you click on that and click on advanced, and that your business is where you put Moonshot Travel. And again, we spell all this out for you. So there's that. Now it's Moonshot Travel, copyright 2025, and it's always going to update every year. So once this hits 26, it'll update automatically to 2026. So I'm pretty good with the footer. I'm going to publish that. And you can look at what this looks like in different screen sizes. This is important. So let's look at it in tablet. So that's how my footer is outlined in a tablet. Okay, let's look at it in mobile phone. That's how it's outlined in mobile phone. And this button appears only in mobile. And it stays at the bottom of your screen. But I want to click on it. And again, style. And this one, I'm going to clear that white so it pulls up the blue. And I'll publish. But that's what it looks like in mobile. So these sites are all set up. Let's go back. Oh, this drop down will bring you back to recent pages you've worked on. This drop down up top. So I'm going to go back to the home page. So we're going to be in the main page again. And as you're editing your page, you say, okay, I want to look and see if it looks good still on my phone, because your phone is the most important. So this is what it's going to look like on my phone. And then click this little arrow here to make the side panel go away. And it takes away all the little boxes and stuff so you can kind of see it more clearly. So, okay, on my phone, that's what it's going to look like. That's laid out pretty well. I like this. Okay, I can learn more and go to the services pages. You're not going to be able to click through here. You're in the editor still, but you're able to see how it's all working out. Testimonials come up cleanly. Now let's say, oh, that's a good one. I don't have any testimonials yet. And I'm not ready to like put in like maybe friends and family's testimonials. So I want to hide the section. So hover over that pink 6 dots for the container of that section, click on it. It says edit container up here on the left-hand side. And we're going to go to advanced and we're going to choose responsive. And you can hide it on each one of these: desktop, portrait, or tablet, and mobile. And what that does, it doesn't delete the section. So you have it when you're ready, but you can hide it for right now. So when we publish that, and this is 2 sections here. So hide both advanced, responsive. Responsive is what we talk about when your site's able to look good on different screens. So I hid the testimonial sections. I'm going to publish it. Now those sections are still there. When I'm ready to print my testimonials, I can start writing them in there. So the first one I get, put in that big section. Over here on my preview, as I scroll down, you're not going to see the testimonial section in your live site. No, it just goes right by it. And it still looks good. It still looks clean. And you don't have to worry about like testimonials coming soon or anything like that. We're able to just hide it. And when you're ready to edit it and come back, let's unhide it. So again, this is stuff I'll explain every time. We'll put it in the help library to hide sections and then unhide it. And then publish. And over here, it's going to reappear. So I'm getting up to 1045. So scroll down real quickly. There, my testimonials are back. Let me think of what else I might not have shown you that I want to run through real quickly, because this is a lot of editor stuff. I showed you where we connect the domain, but that's something we'll get to in probably later office hours, because nobody's ready to do that right now since we just launched VoyagoSites. You're going to be able to, so back in your dashboard, back in your dashboard, still says Family Adventures here for my website name. We want to change that. Go to Settings, and right here is where I'll write Moonshot Travel. And that's what's going to appear here and up here in the actual tab that people are seeing. So save those changes. So when people are at your website, they're going to see Moonshot Travel up here, not Family Adventures. So home, Moonshot Travel. Before it said home, Family Adventures. So that's how to save that there. I want to show you how to put up blog posts real quick, how easy that is. So you go into posts, and that's that hello world edit post there. You add a post. And we have a whole two whole articles, one about what we should be writing about as travel advisors and what type of articles work, and then one with a bunch of prompts to help you write those articles. So I'm just making ChatGPT write a fake article right now so I can paste it in there and show you. So this one would be, your website's more than a digital business card. This is not the article I put on my travel website, but this is how easy it is to go in there. You hit publish. I'll show you a preview of what it's going to look like on your page. So it's already set up like that. I need some images. So in that post, set a featured image, and let's take this picture. I like that. That's Pop Century. I think it's fun. And you can add an excerpt. So I'll just take the first couple sentences here, and under the post area, add an excerpt, click that, and publish. And now over here, we have, when you're on your blog page, it's going to automatically add a card. This one I'll have to, I got to fix the excerpt took everything. I just want those two sentences. And also we want to make this text smaller here as well. You can edit that depending on what your font is, because the font I used here was larger than I wanted, because I changed it from the default font that we use in the post. But if I was going into that post, it's going to have the picture showing up there and the picture on your card in the blog. So if we wanted to do this, let's say, again, this font is too big for these cards now, since we changed it. Up here, it says edit with Elementor in the header. Just click that. Now I can edit that blog page. I click on the pink box surrounding my cards and go under style. And it got box, image, and content. So under content, my title says secondary. That's pretty big. Let's test out my block heading size. That's more like it. So I'm going to keep that under my content. Excerpt length, 100 words. Delete that. We want a custom excerpt or no excerpt at all. You can modify that how you want, and we'll go into that in the help library and in future office hours as well, because I want to be able to give you the customization you want on your website. Maybe you think this gold isn't good for this. You can even modify that in here. On each one of these elements can be modified and styled independently. Maybe that looks a little better, I think. So I'll publish it. So now when we go to the blog page, that's what it'll look like. I click on here and it gives me my fully stylized post. And in these posts, you can add images within the post too, over here. You kind of highlight in the middle of something, add a block, choose an image, say my media library. Again, I'll toss the Hollywood Tower of Terror in there. And it shows you, you can grab these and adjust the size and stuff. But I'll just save it that size. I'm going to refresh the blog post real quick, and you can see the images in there. So if you're saving images throughout your site, you can do that. I mean, putting images throughout your blog post for each section, you can do that as well. 10 minutes left. So let me jump over to, there are other things you can do in here. Again, it's very powerful tools. So if we wanted to work on our SEO, for example, click edit, not edit with Elementor, just edit for the homepage. And you can put it in your key phrase for the page and your meta description. And you can have ChatGPT help you with these as well. And we've got information on how to do that in the help library. But like just say family vacations or stress-free family vacations. And it'll give you grades. So I went from needs work, the red, to orange, which is good, and green is great. So the readability on the page is already really good. And then you want this focus key phrase to be something that's probably in your header somewhere throughout the site, because that'll help line it up with Google as well. If you don't put a meta description in here, Google will just grab one from your website that thinks relevant. So, but it's better if you do your own, because it'll help focus it in on the keywords you want to be searching for, people you want people to search for to find you. So I'm going to go back from that. Let me just check and see what else I might have. So you had a blog post like that, SEO settings, went through a lot of the customization stuff. And again, these office hours, we're going to schedule them every week. We're going to stream them live through Riverside and through YouTube, and in the future through Facebook probably as well, Facebook Live, just so everybody can see them. Again, if you get stuck on anything, like on any of these pages, that orange button at the top, cover over it and click submit a ticket, create a ticket, testing. You can add an attachment. So if you have a screenshot of the problem, add the attachment, browse files and add attachment, and your priority. So critical is there's something, a bug, your website just doesn't work and will not display on the internet correctly. That's critical. Otherwise, it's probably medium or normal. Normal is just a normal bug that's not really going to break your day or anything, but you need to get fixed. Medium is like, okay, if we don't get this fixed, it could be a problem. But again, critical is like the websites don't work. Create a ticket, that goes through and sends it to us. And you'll be able to see replies in here. We'll have conversations right in there even. You'll be able to see replies, and you can go back to all your tickets and you'll be able to see the tickets. So if you have a couple, 2 or 3, you'll see their status. Are they opened? Have we solved them? Are they closed? So it's that easy there. And then you go back to your site up here in the left-hand corner. It says My Sites, Moonshot Travel, Dashboard. We're back. The analytics, I want to show you that real quickly. Click on analytics on the left-hand side, and you have very powerful analytics in here. You don't have to worry about trying to hook up to Google Analytics to see what's going on your website. So you can see, okay, pages today, I've had 1 visitor and 5 views. It's probably, could be anybody who's looked into this morning when they found the site. But it will tell you over time how many people have viewed your pages, how long they're staying, if they're leaving really quickly. So the lower the bounce rate, the better. Your fastest growing pages, which ones are most popular. If you've got blog posts, which blog posts are most popular. What if you're running like ads, are using ads on social media or anything, so you can see what social media people are referring you. Is it Instagram? Is it Facebook? The fastest growing refers, where they're coming from. If you're running Google ads, are they coming from Google? Or are they coming from, what search engine are they coming from? Are they searching in Bing? Are they searching through ChatGPT? That counts too. And what cities they've been searching from. So you can see Colorado Springs, Pleasanton, California, St. Joseph, Missouri have all looked at this site today, or actually over the last 30 days, it says. And you can see how long, I just want to look at the last 7 days and apply that. Okay, Colorado Springs and Pleasanton. Okay, you can see what browsers they're using. So are they in Chrome, Safari? Someone used Instagram to look at here. The operating system, are they iOS? So most people are looking at this on their phone, and then a couple of people on their computer. And really, it's powerful. And we'll get more into that in detail as well. You can even look at real-time stats. If somebody's on your site recently, right now, nobody's active here but me. And then again, the overview of everything right here. And that's in your dashboard, that site traffic. So you can see what's going on for the last 30 days. All right, I think I've covered a lot of stuff so far. I've got 5 minutes left, but if you have any questions, you can toss them in the chat. I'd be happy to help answer them, maybe show a quick demo. But otherwise, I really think we're bringing it to the end. I just want, you to know, this isn't just a setup, it's a growing platform. You're going to be able to grow here. Your business can grow here, and you're able to really make it as in-depth or as light as you want to get your website up and running. So as you get more experience with it, you can do more with it. The platform right now, again, it's $25 a month per month, billed yearly, or $29 per month, billed monthly. This is our Black Friday prices. This only is good till December 1st. This is our founders rates. And after this, locks it in for life. So that's all you'd pay for life, no matter what updates we bring to the tools. So look out for the next office hours. I'm going to put it on the global calendar in Wanderlust Campus. I'm going to put it on Facebook with an event there as well. So that way you can find that. We're going to run it next Wednesday at the same time as this one. And, if you subscribe today or this week and you get stuck, submit a ticket. We're there to help. And let's see. I think that's about it for right now. Sabrina, so much easier than GoDaddy. Miss the blog schedule. Are you able to change the dates they are posted? Crazy dogs are barking. Absolutely. I'll jump over there real quick. And yes, Sabrina, it's not just easier than GoDaddy. It's more powerful than GoDaddy because you got full WordPress and Elementor Pro, and you've got support from us. Yeah, we don't just leave you hanging. We're actually trying to, guide you through. So in a post, I want this not to go live now. So I already published it. Go under quick edit and the date you want on there. So take it under published, put it on draft. I want it in December 12th, update. Actually, doesn't say scheduled yet. Quick edit. And then click that to scheduled. Sorry, I forgot that part. Update. So now it's scheduled to go out on December 12th. If I were, I'll go in this Hello World one. If I were editing fresh, and I just wrote this one over here where it says publish, right now that's like right away. I can choose the publish date there as well. And I'm choosing December 11th. So it's December 11th there. Click save. And now it's scheduled. Status is scheduled for December 11th. So if I go back over here, those are both scheduled for next month. Does that help? You're very welcome. All right, top of the hour, and I've got to jump to another phone call. So I want to thank you guys all for coming out today. Again, we'll have another office hours. I'll put the meeting notices up later today. Next week, same time, Wednesday at 10 a.m. Mountain Time. What is that? 11 a.m. Central, noon Eastern, 9 Pacific. But thank you for coming. I look forward to talking to you guys again soon. We're having another What is VoyagoSites tomorrow, where I'll go more kind of broadly about what we're doing here. Thank you very much, and I'll talk to you later. Bye.